Why have they started the tree? Why? Why? If you move, I take my place down on the tree and started the tree. The tree fall and why? You move if you take one step, I go pull you.
Hey. Don't call the people ourselves. The guys right here are Burkina Bees. The guys in this video in this forest are Burkina Bees using cutlasses. They don't speak English. Or they do this French.
Why?
See the trees that are coming down? Liberians, your forest is going.
Yeah.
Your forest is falling at the machetes of the Ivorians.
Plant the cocoa between the trees. Don't kill the tree, no. It's not good. Plant the cocoa between the trees. Don't cut the trees down.
This guy speaks no English at all. Let them listen to what Agon is telling them.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling bad, man.
On vous dit si vous faites un champ là, laissez les grands arbres. Grands arbres qui est là, là. Tu vois que c'est petit.
Burkina Bees right there.
Mais regarde comment ils ont. Regarde le
Burkina Bees right here.
Pas bien.
And Burkina Bees right
Vous
here.
venez chez les gens et vous faites ça.
All young people that have come across the border from the Ivory Coast to destroy Liberia's forest and plant cocoa.
Il faut faire cacao là maintenant là. Il ne faut pas couper tous les bois avant de planter cacao. Il faut laisser les grands bois là. C'est ça qui envoie la pluie. Hein? Tu comprends? Toi tu comprends non? C'est l'arbre là, c'est lui qui envoie la pluie.
Hello?
Tu penses quoi?
You speak English?
Non, non, English.
You speak English? You Burkina Bee?
Yes. Il comprend français.
Burkina Bee?
Il comprend français.
You understand French?
Yeah.
Tell them something that is not good.
Non, c'est pas bon. Ça là, aujourd'hui, là, voilà, est tombé sur une route là. Qui va venir couper ça? Celui qui attend là, où vient
Sorry, man. This is what they use. This is what they use. They work day and night.
I'm telling you.
To bring our forest down. And some of them are innocent. For businessmen, go for them in Ivory Coast, bring them to Liberia, promise them citizenship, promise them papers, promise to make them Liberian citizens, promise to give them half of the forest in acres. It's like you brought 10 acres for me, and I in turn give you 10 acres for yourself. So they say yes to the deal, each of them is lucrative, and we send them out into the forest, and with the machetes, they don't come with yellow machines, they don't come with bulldozers, but they come with cutlasses. As small as they look, as ordinary as they appear. These are enough to bring our forest down. So, sorry. Yeah? Don't cut the tree. Don't cut the tree. Yeah? Don't cut the tree. Hey, you, your name.
Your name?
Comment tu t'appelles?
Gidiger.
Okay.
So as innocent as he is, just Brother French from across the border, after his forefathers brought the forest in Ivory Coast down, Gwendibi is down as a result of Burkina Bee action. entire national forest is down, slashed to the ground, just a few years with machetes by Burkinabe actions. And in modern day Liberia, we under our very eyes, Liberia's forest, this enviable forest, Liberia that is supposed to be 43% of the Upper Guinea forest, is going down. And I believe that we know more 43% of the Upper Guinea forest. From what I've seen in other places and what I see here, Liberia cannot boast of being 43% of the Upper Guinea forest. I stand to be corrected, but I doubt it anymore that we are at 43% of the Upper Guinea forest. Because everywhere in the forest, everywhere we've gone, and other places we're going, the forest has been slashed down by chemical.
Yes.
What they do, they put fire to the buttress of the trees, and the chemical will sink in. The chemical will sink in. I think they have done it to this tree, as a matter of fact. They put chemicals to the tree, and then the chemical will sink into the tree, soften it up, and then with maybe the breeze or something of the sort, and the trees will just come falling and gone. Okay, they've done it to that tree. Look at that big tree. It looks like a log, and it's enough to fetch thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Revenue for our government and people of Liberia. It's falling to the ground, and it's going to get rotting
Rotting.
Left to rot right where it has fallen. Right where it has fallen. And we want to call on our government and people to not watch and see. Don't ask me for formal report. Somebody shouldn't be telling me, say, hey, I should reduce my report to writing. Come on, I'm on video right now. I'm on Facebook, for Christ's sake, reporting it to you that Liberia's forest is going. Do I have to write you a formal letter? I have no enforcement power. I'm not a security official. But we're begging the government of Liberia, for God's sake, do something. Do something to save our future, our children's future. Do something, please. We just came across those Burkinabes in the forest, and we cannot hold them responsible. We cannot arrest them. We don't have the arresting powers. We just artists minding our business. But again, because the forest concerns us, it concerns every Liberian, even our born generation. This is why we've come to you under this video to call for your help, to do it now, to save Liberia's forest before the unthinkable happens. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enough to draw the attention of.
Yeah. This one was some go. That one is gone?
That one gone already.
It's gone. The one I fell on the road is gone. And others will go. Thank you very much.
Why have they started the tree? Why? Why? If you move, I take my place down on the tree and started the tree. The tree falling. Why? You move from the farm. If you take one step, I go pull you.
Hey. Don't call the police. You guys right here are Burkinabes. The guys in this video, in this forest, are Burkinabes using cutlasses. They don't speak English, or they do this French.
Why?
See the trees that are coming down? Liberians, your forest is going.
Yeah.
Your forest is falling at the machetes of the Ivorians.
Plant the cocoa between the trees. Don't kill the tree, no. It's not good. Plant the cocoa between the trees. Don't cut the trees down.
This guy speaks no English at all. Let listen to what Agon is telling them.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling bad, man.
ont tout gâté forêt. Aujourd'hui, vous êtes venu au Libéria. On vous dit, si vous faites un champ là, laissez les grands arbres. Grands arbres qu'elle a là, tu vois que c'est petit.
Burkina is right there.
Mais regarde comment ils ont. Regarde
Burkina
le
right here.
Pas bien.
And Burkina right
Vous
here.
venez chez les gens et puis vous faites ça.
All young people that have come across the border from the Ivory Coast to destroy Liberia's forest and plant cocoa.
Il faut faire cacao là maintenant là. Il ne faut pas couper tous les bois avant de planter cacao. Il faut laisser les grands bois. C'est ça qui envoie la pluie. Hein? Tu comprends? Toi tu comprends non? C'est l'arbre là, c'est lui qui envoie la pluie.
Hello?
Tu penses quoi?
You speak English?
Non, non, English.
You speak English? You Burkinabe?
Are you aware of a forest society initiated in your town?
Thank you. The town, what is war? That town, our chief. You want thanking for the place. At the end of 2 days, they can promise from the commission office here.
Who are the Tangi?
I said, really falla.
Where is he?
I don't know, you are the general thanking here.
So who appointed you?
That is the Sudan and the commission.
The commissioner appointed you.
Yes.
But you were
And
in
for
the
the town, be waiting.
you were in the town before they appointed you.
Yeah, in the town.
Okay. In our tradition, there must be somebody that will initiate the forest or the sanity, right? Who initiated the forest?
I don't know about a woman. If there were all my owners there, on the mesa, I said, I can't never tell you.
But when you thank you from men and women.
Do not go by. I don't know about it. I can't laugh.
So who you think we can talk?
Very fast.
Where is Believer?
You in a time,
Who's the general thank you for here? Huh? How many general thank yous? Where they? Is it the Parliament United?
Yeah, but they don't care about old Grand Township.
Yeah, where are they?
I'm not seeing one of them. One for Stallman, one for Road, one for Vito. None of them. Well, we don't want to know. We won't continue in the from Vito.
Yeah, but where is he? Where is he?
Where that Believer was there as a joint township from here. After
Believer or thank you, you're moving. Me general thank
was
you.
a joint township. Believer, the township where you call Pagamo. But that one sick, in sick, not saying sick, you go in that county. This is a township for the town. But you say you go to sick. Believer was a joint township from here. And one time we see some letters say Believer that are promoting us.
Are you aware of a forest society initiated in your town?
Thank you. The town, what is war? That town, our chief. You want thanking for the place. At the end of 2 days, they can promise from the commission office here.
Who are the Tangi?
I said, really falla.
Where is he?
I don't know, you are the general thanking here.
So who appointed you?
That is the Sudan and the commission.
The commissioner appointed you.
Yes.
But you were
And
in
for the town, be
you
waiting.
were in the town before they appointed you.
Yeah, in the town.
Okay. In our tradition, there must be somebody that will initiate the forest or the sanity, right? Who initiated the forest?
I don't know about a woman. If there were all my owners there, on the mesa, I said, I can't never tell you.
But when you thank you from men and women.
Do not go by. I don't know about it. I can't laugh.
So who you think we can talk?
Very fast.
Where is Believer?
You in a time,
Who's the general thank you for here? Huh? How many general tangies? Where they is it the Parliament United?
Yeah, but they don't care about old Grand Township.
Yeah, where are they?
I'm not seeing one of them. One from Stormy, one from Road, one from Bito. None of them. Well, we don't want to know the one contain the area.
Yeah, but where is it? Where is it?
Well, that Belifara was there as a joint township from here. After
Belifara or Tangi, you're moving main general Tangi.
The joint township, Belifara, the township where you call Kaitamo. But I want sick, in sick green, I say sick good in that county. This is a township for the town. But you say you go to sick green. Belifara was a joint township from here. And one time we see some letters say Belifara that are promoted as a clenchy.
Who's a him?
So after Belifara subsidy as a clenchy, they say let Quentamuti, but Quentamona here, but I'm on the sick green. So they feel the commissioner appointed.
Who wrote that letter?
Unless commissioner can ask who wrote that letter to him.
Okay. So after the general Tangi, the next person is the clangy, right?
Yeah.
Where is the clangy?
So when Belifara subsidy,
where is the clangy?
Yeah, he's a Belifara.
And who is the paramount chief?
The paramount chief for the tuna is Hannah Copper.
Where is he?
Like Hannah Copper, moved from my own children yesterday. That's the Hannah Copper.
So the paramount chief, the commissioner, they're not here.
Paramount chief, commissioner, secretary, superintendent, the government superintendent, nobody here. Only my one.
Where is the county officer here?
Finance officer.
I want to know who established the Forest Society.
Yes.
Please investigate. In 30 minutes, I get back to it. I want to know because whether they are zoos or what have you, there must be a particular person in the town who will initiate, who will take that initiative to establish a Forest Society. I want to get there. Please.
So this is OK TV. We are here in Bamaton with the Minister of Internal Affairs for to settle the ongoing dispute here. On yesterday, for the past 1 week, there has been.
You understand French? Yeah. Tell them something that is not really the Cala aujourd'hui, voilà, elle tombait sur une route là. Qui va venir couper ça? Celui qui attend là où bien. Sorry, man. This is what they use. They work day and night.
I'm telling you.
To bring our forest down. And some of them are innocent. For businessmen, go for them in Ivory Coast, bring them to Liberia, promise them citizenship, promise them papers, promise to make them Liberian citizens, promise to give them half of the forest in acres. It's like you brought 10 acres for me, and I in turn give you 10 acres for yourself. So they say yes to the deal. These to them is lucrative, and we send them out into the forest, and with the machetes. They don't come with yellow machines. They don't come with bulldozers, but they come with cutlasses. As small as they look, as ordinary as they appear. These are enough to bring our forest down. So, sorry.
So again, Honorable Senator and the team, that I will not give you specific figure because I do not want to be a liar to this other part. I think that as another negative. One goal is the immigration institutionally playing when it comes to drug trafficking.
Madam Pro-Tem, thank you. Senator Dillon and President raised the issue and you further emphasized. But the minister last time, he was mandated to submit the list.
Or what we call employment permit. With deliberate intent to preserve a job for some Liberians. And what the minister is doing here is he reaching to the point where he's risking Article 44 content because he wants to impede or obstruct our function by a deliberate refusal to comply with plenary amendment. There is no system that only carries your name, your age, your nationality, but the minute you apply for, that system leaves it off. Something wrong. Once that category is deliberately out of the system, it tells you something is wrong because you gave me work permit for drivers, the system was carried. You gave me work permit for carpenters, the system was carried. We will not pay people school fee to go to vocational school. The government will not fund vocational institutions. Our people get vocational skills. They got the skills marketable for job market. When we create job opportunity, then we get work permit to non-Liberians for the same job for which we created. Because the government wants $1,000 per work permit. Some of the work, the job, they gave it up to non-Liberians that Liberians are qualified and available to have, pay more than $2,000 to $3,000 a month. The minister, my order to the minister, Madam Pro-Tem and distinguished colleagues, is that for 4 months, this minister has been back.
Just days after Richard Nangbakun was officially elected as Speaker of the House, the country's President Joseph Boakai invited all members of the lower house to a meeting at the Executive Mansion. Vice President Jeremiah Kun attended along with most members of Parliament, but a few were notably absent. Representatives Yeke Koluba and Safoko did not attend. Former Speaker Jonathan Fonatikofa was also absent, though he had formally taken leave. After the meeting, Bond County lawmaker Eugene Colley voiced his frustration. He told reporters that members were misled, believing the meeting was called by the president. In fact, he claimed it was organized by Speaker Kun and Deputy Speaker Fala.
But on the contrary, we've got to realize that the speaker is the one who scheduled the meeting with the president. So that's the first place, they did tell the truth. And when we got in there, we were not given the opportunity to speak. Without introducing yourself, we did not speak. There are still burning issues. But I mean the president to know that everything is okay. There's nothing okay yet.
Do you have a burning issue?
Of course.
So you thought you were going to be given
And pleasant welcome on today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Liberia. Today it's 05222025. Today is the 22nd day of the month of May. And it's a pleasant welcome to all of you on our YouTube page, Kuchana Tune. You're following us on Kulu, also on www.onlineknewsonline.com. As a matter of fact, you are live with us on 91.9 across Liberia. Don't forget the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. and those that come with equity must come with clean hands. As usual today, I am your lunchtime companion, your humble servant. I'm Nathaniel Vam. Just call me the ambassador, and I'm here today with Andrew Gamoyu. I call him Buku on to this edition of the program. Be with us until 1:30. The Liberian history as a home for returning slaves from America has created a class system that favored the Americo-Liberian, leading to resentment among indigenous Liberians. The rule of Samuel Kanyando seized power in a coup was characterized by corruption and favoritism towards his own tribe. Though retaliated against other tribes like the Gio, the Mano, after an unsuccessful coup attempt, leading to violence and displacement, particularly into Nima County. Land disputes, often rooted into historical grievances and intensified by the war, continued to fuel conflict even after the Civil War. The war created a system where conflicts became economically viable, further prolonging the conflict. All parties to the conflict, including factions representing ethnic groups, were responsible for grave human rights violations, including the forced conscription of children or child soldiers in neighboring countries, including Burkina Faso, Guinea, the Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, supported different factions, further complicating the conflicts. In essence, however, the Liberian Civil War was a complex and multifaceted conflict where ethnic tensions, political corruption, economic grievances, and the legacy of historical inequality intertwined to create a long, devastating, prolonged period of violence and instability into the country. Today is the 22nd of May. A pleasant welcome on today. Remember, today's history is a regular future where we'll bring you day to day, century, if there are millennium, for your listening pleasure on today. Today, the American painter Mary Cassatt, who was especially known for her impressionist works of intimate lives of contemporary women, was born into the city and also into Pennsylvania. Future United States President Abraham Lincoln was granted a patent for a boat lifting device. He was the only U.S. president to have a patent in history today in 1849. In 1885, the French poet and novelist and dramatist Victor Hugo, who was the most important of the French romantic writers, he died today at the age of 83 in 1885 on 22nd of May. In 1939, Adolf Hitler of Germany and Benito Mussolini of Italy signed a Pact of Steel, a full military and political alliance between their countries. In 1939 today, in 1942, Mexico entered World War II by declaring war on Germany, Italy, and Japan. Today in 1942. Today in 1960, one of the largest earthquakes on record struck the southern coast of Chad, killing about 5,700 people and creating seismic sea waves that causes death and destructions into distant Pacific coastal areas, notably Japan and Hawaii today. Today, the 22nd of May, Richard Nixon arrived into Moscow in 1972. The first visit by a U.S. president to the Soviet Union happened today. In 1922, the American comedian John Carson, considered by many to be the king of late-night television, made his final appearance as a host of The Tonight Show in history today, the 22nd. In 2011, one of the deadliest tornadoes in the U.S. history struck the Joplin, Missouri, causing massive damage and killing about 160 people, today on the 22nd of May in history. Have you heard about the Roman Emperor Constantine the first baptized? On this day in 337 CE, Constantine the Great, who has practiced Christianity since his youth, sparked its growth into the world religion, became on his deathbed the first Roman emperor to be baptized into the Christian church. On today in history, have you heard about Sir Arthur Conan Dudley? On the 22nd today into the Edinburgh and Scotland, he was born in 1859. He died at the age of 71 on the 7th of July in 1930. A pleasant good afternoon, you all of you joining us on today. Today is another edition of the spectacular program on your lunchtime. Be with us until 1:30. We'll serve you part of a lunch. The issue of intruders, one may say, booking and bees into the southern part of Liberia or the western part of Liberia, has raised a lot of issues. Today there are concerns at the level of the Liberia Senate. There are several debates as to the presence of booking and bees. But why are they there? Who brought booking and bees? Who allowed them? Who opened the corridor? And if for any reason they are there, not just seated, but having some of the intentions, moving to activities, taking lands, planting cash crops, who gave them the authority to be there? And for the analysis, Liberians are asking, what are our lords or lawmakers doing about this? Are there laws on the book? Are our lawmakers aware? Some will say yes, because currently they are debating this issue at the level of the capital. Will this pose a serious problem in Liberia? With a clear analysis, we hope that you can watch us also on our live. We have shown to you and you're on to see exactly what is going on in such a part of the country. And with further conversations we'll have on our show today. What are the dangers? What are the prospects? What lies ahead of Liberians in the future, those in the Southeast? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Thanks for joining me on today. Remember, we value the comments. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy. And we value them because they are very important. We encourage you to please listen, follow, so that you can make a profound contribution to the program. Good afternoon, I'm Nathaniel. Be with me until 1:30. At about 12:30, 15 minutes after that, 12:45, we'll have us on the line one of Liberia's two eminent permanent citizens who serve into a position today, who have paid a visit and have his own prospect on this matter. The good are yet to come. Be with us until 1:30. Good afternoon.
54.1 talks about committee. Before a committee is taken for anybody, there should be a two-third majority to take, which is 49.
Are you the only person disenchanted? Speaker Kuhn and Deputy Speaker Fala.
But on the contrary, we've got to realize that the speaker is the one who scheduled the meeting with the president. So that's the first place, they did tell the truth. And when we got in there, we were not given the opportunity to speak. Without introducing yourself, we did not speak. There are still burning issues. But I mean the president to know that everything is okay. There's nothing okay yet.
Do you have a burning issue?
Of course.
So you thought you were going to be given
our own rule, rule 54.1 talks about committee. Before a committee is taken for anybody, there should be a two-third majority to take, which is 49.
Are you the only person disenchanted?
I am not the only person. We are many. Almost the 26 of us that were on the side of the former speaker. They are marginalized us.
Cully and a few others walked away feeling disappointed and dissatisfied. Meanwhile, Representative Musa Hassan Bilati from Nimba County was asked whether he could accept a leadership position if offered.
I have come to represent the people of District 7 in my country. There is a speaker. Whatever my colleagues ask me to do, I'll be more than happy to do it.
The developments offer was asked whether he could accept a leadership position if offered.
I have come to represent.
Especially when no one is there feeling me, because I don't want small children to put their mouth on me, and I don't want my teeth to be used as an opener. You know, this thing about Burkina Bees in the southeast, this conversation has risen a lot of attention upon, of which the National Security Advisor chair on security, to be precise to you, chair on security law of the House, Senator Cyrus Mobo has placed an issue up on the floor with several concerns. And right now, as I speak to you, lawmakers at the level of the Senate are divided onto opinions. And some are even concerned as to how these people got in the country or in the county. And there are several reasons coming forth. And it's good today that we have such a conversation, because especially where environmental sustainability and issue of the biodiversity protection of our country is up, it is very, very much important. Some of you may be from that end. I'm talking about those who hail from there. Some may not be from the southeast. But this is a growing concern. If I tell you what is going on, and I'm going to show you the town I'm talking about, you will see this town. If you're watching with me live, I'm going to show this town to you so that you understand whence we come from. And you will also be able to see the kind of condition we are talking about. This is very serious, and it needs real attention. You know, some time ago you hear the Liberian saying certain land between Guinea and Liberia owns that land. And sometimes these are not supported by historical facts. But some who live in those areas may just be the one giving those certificates and say, yes, I've been here, my grandfather was here, and he told my father, and my father told me and showed me that, because we lived to this point. And there are several readings that even the square mile of Liberia is not exactly what it is now. It was much larger than that. Is this similar situation we are faced with? This isn't the first time. Is it that these folks came as refugees? What we're hearing now, and I hope that I will join my part of discussing on the platform. We'll talk about this. It's on a deal. This report that Liberia in the southeast, and listen to me, I will answer this. It's twofold. You hear that these people came as refugees and entered into Liberia. Not just Burkina Bees, but Ivorians and other folks. Some of them have been given rights, some of them have been given the privilege to go back home, and they are left and all that. But then with a particular case of Burkina Bees who are traveled far away through countries and find it very much suitable after staying several years in the Ivory Coast to come to Liberia and settle down, because that part of Liberia and Ivory Coast is a very dense, dark forest, and where Liberia habitatizes, and where Liberia biodiversity protection is a concern, where the issue of Liberia's sustainability into the agriculture sector is a matter, where our folks in those areas feed and depend heavily on. We are getting on the other side, that leaves refugee and go business. On the other side, we are hearing that Burkina Faso refugees there, Liberians are hiring those refugees. Burkina Faso, to be precise. I'm not saying Ivorian. Those the past Africans. They hire these people to make cocoa farm. And just by the name cocoa farm, you know that it's a cash crop, right? It's not something that like a potato grains that today you make them big, and after the next 2 months or 3 weeks or 1 month it's done, and you can say yeah move, if you didn't harvest move. But it's something that's going to live on, and sometimes you find generation feed on that. I saw my father cocoa farm, and I know what it entails. They are seeing Liberians go and hire these people, bring them, and because Liberians don't have money to pay them, Liberians tell them, say, we want to clear this certain plot of land. After clearing, they plant my cocoa. Then, when you finish planting the cocoa, I will even give you, if not half of the size you planted, I will give you a land. It will say he or she has dominion over all the lands there. But I will give you a plot too. And they will not tell you people any amount of acres to plant. But if they plant, you see, then you then give them on the Liberian soil. Then, when the Burkina Faso are done clearing the land for the Liberian people there and the farmers, and expecting to get the same amount of plot of land, it becomes a problem. Then that same Liberian man will go in town and tell the person, hey, the Burkina Faso people don't want land, my cocoa farm. Someone else say that they don't get it. Or they say the demanding me to pay them something. And at the same time, community dwellers are aware, or some of these things are not aware, but they are also in the business of having their own farm. If they are not the one telling Burkina Faso they come and clear and plant for me, they also have farms. I hope you know what I'm saying. And this is now being on an alarming stage that government has to be involved. This. Now, other Liberians from other counties or surrounding counties, being aware of this, are also having a story in mind that, quote unquote, allegedly, that Burkina Faso are the ones taking these farms, or they are the ones in the bushes cultivating. And they're not just, they go plant under the trees, they're not just cultivating, but they even go down cutting down trees. You know what it means about environmental protection in our country. It will also mean when they are cutting these down for some other purposes, we have loggers in the bush, these are all potential heritage prices for our country. And if these trees are cut down, depending on the size, how long will it take Liberians to even get something of such? And you know that when they grow at a certain point and you cut the trees down, when will you plant trees in those areas to get them back? There are so many factors playing into this. And I hope that the EPA director is also thinking about this. I'm told he is considering some other issues to get involved in this matter. But this has reached the level of the capital, and it is an issue. It is very concerning. These are our people's heritage. Why we are complaining that Our forests are being used in this manner. We are also complaining on miners, illicit miners, illicit locusts. So this is a clear picture to help you understand that our forest is under serious attack. We may just be on the world scene that the issue of biodiversity, climate change, and we are the producer of the highest rainforests in this West African region, and in essence will not be the reality. And then now we are facing this. Let me just do a two example into Pinsville. Before we look into Sokoline area, Sokoline was the Gaza Point, was the forest. People are making farm that was a fishing in this area. Now it has changed to become a very perfect land area. I mean, the lawmakers before, a place for a bill that place be a township. So you see how much they are transplanted upon and where it is. The last time you heard somebody can say, my parents or we the one who this whole place. Hey! So now there are areas in the forest that nobody now cleaning because nobody living there. But in years to come, people begin to inhabit those areas. People begin to buy land. Somebody come, one people gonna be kind and say, I don't want to have a land. I don't have my go farm there before. I own this land. What will you say about that? Or somebody come and say, I the one who sold this land, this plot, and these lands are not lands that you can check the acreage easily. Like way back in the days, they took the stone, threw it, and where it falls, there where the land stopped. No. Farmlands are very large in this country, and are not being inhabited by our people. In some other areas, the lands lying just as it is. This is a serious matter. I want you please just listen. I'm going to show you something. Those of you who are watching with me live will see the farmland I'm talking about, or this land, and how this thing is going on, and you'll see this thing. I want you to listen. And just listen to this. After this, I'll have a conversation with someone who will have a tour in such an area and see how it is, and what are the effects, what are the danger, what are the prospects, and what our leaders should be aware of such a process here. And if you're watching, you will see the land I'm talking about. You'll see Burkina Bees in this area. Earlier on, I showed you a photo of Burkina Bees, how they are living in the forest. All they depend on is their collites and their boots, and they will go and feed. They can hunt, they can harvest fruits, they can live in the bush. They don't need a ride vehicle, they don't need a car, they don't want to live on air conditioned other houses, they don't want electricity, they don't want to cook on pot, they don't want nothing as such. They can feed themselves and can be up on it. I hope that you listen. Just listen to this, and we'll have a conversation just on this point within the next few minutes. I want you to listen. Just listen to this. It's important. Listen to this.
Why have to start at the tree? Why? Why? If you move, I take my place down on the tree and fall at the tree. Why have to start at the tree? Why? Why? If you move, I take my place down on the tree and fall at the tree. The tree fall and why? You move if you take one step, I go pull your head.
Don't call the police. The guys right here are Burkina Bees. The guys in this video in this forest are Burkina Bees using cutlasses. They don't speak English, or they do this French.
Why?
See the trees that are coming down? Liberians, your forest is going.
Yeah.
Your forest is falling at the machetes of the Ivorians.
The cocoa between the trees. Don't kill the tree, no. It's not good. Plant the cocoa between the trees. Don't cut the trees down.
This guy speaks no English at all. Let's listen to what Agon is telling them.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling bad, man.
On vous dit, si vous faites un champ là, laissez les grands arbres. Grands arbres qui est là, tu vois bien c'est petit.
Burkina is right there.
Mais regarde comment ils ont. Regarde le
Burkina be right here.
Pas bien.
And Burkina be right
Vous
here.
venez chez les gens et puis vous faites ça.
All young people that have come across the border from the Ivory Coast to destroy Liberia's forest and plant cocoa.
Il faut faire cacao là maintenant là. Il ne faut pas couper tous les bois avant de planter cacao. Il faut laisser les grands bois. C'est ça qui envoie la pluie. Hein? Tu comprends? Toi tu comprends non? C'est l'arbre là, c'est lui qui envoie la pluie.
Hello?
You speak English? No, not English.
You speak English? You Burkinabe?
Yes. Il comprend français.
Burkinabe? You understand French?
Yeah.
Tell them something that is not going to kill
Non,
our
c'est pas bon. Ça là, aujourd'hui là, voilà, est tombé sur une route là. Qui va venir couper? C'est celui qui attend là où bien.
Sorry, man. This is what they use. This is what they use. They work day and night.
I'm telling you.
To bring our forest down. And some of them are innocent. For businessmen, go for them in Ivory Coast, bring them to Liberia, promise them citizenship, promise them papers, promise to make them Liberian citizens, promise to give them half of the forest in acres. It's like you brought 10 acres for me, and I in turn give you 10 acres for yourself. So they say yes to the deal. These to them is lucrative, and we send them out into the forest, and with the machetes. They don't come with yellow machines. They don't come with bulldozers, but they come with cutlasses. As small as they look, as ordinary as they appear. These are enough to bring our forest down. So, sorry. Yeah? Don't cut the tree. Don't cut the tree. Yeah? Don't cut the tree. Hey, you, your name.
Your name?
Comment tu t'appelles?
Gidiger.
Okay.
So as innocent as he is, just fresh from across the border, after his forefathers brought the forest in Ivory Coast down, Gwendebi is down as a result of Burkinabe action. Thai National Forest is down, slashed to the ground, just a few years with machetes by Burkinabe actions. And in modern day Liberia, we under our very eyes, Liberia's forest, this enviable forest, Liberia that is supposed to be 43% of the Upper Guinea forest, is going down. And I believe that we know more 43% of the Upper Guinea forest. From what I've seen in other places and what I see here, Liberia cannot boast of being 43% of the Upper Guinea forest. I stand to be corrected, but I doubt it anymore that we are at 43% of the Upper Guinea forest. Because everywhere in the forest, everywhere we've gone, and other places we're going, the forest has been slashed down by chemical.
Yes.
What they do, they put fire to the buttress of the trees.
And the first lady, the former first lady of Liberia, wife of the late Samuel Kanyado, is dead. Madam Nancy Doe. We want to say condolence to the family and to the folks there. I want to say our condolence. Yeah, so sad, so sad. Nancy Doe passed up about some prolonged struggle with health problem. And let me say thanks to all of you watching us. Hotel Grisby is saying, watching from Jersey Road, may the former First Lady soul rest in peace as she finally go to her husband. And thanks. Justin Gay Barcelona Kura say LBS community. I'm watching. Joseph Wakoli Sergeant said Dupont Road. Thanks for the program always. Alfred Moti Jr. say good afternoon, my brother J. Nathaniel B. Va, thank you. Tutu Sinetu from Banga City, thank you. Snare the second God favor me. He bless me, Lawrence. He said hi. Mark Vidal Flomo, how are you? How you doing? T. Nicholas Barker, how you doing? Efren as Weeder, Chikisu Factory, how you doing? J. Sabato, wow, thanks for the show, he said. Thank you, Sabato. Friend Zangba, thank you, Fred Zangba. Andrew Jace Johnson said they are running away from the problem. Okay. Edwin Richmond Dolo said peace loving son of District 2 and 8 in Nima County. Colonel Jezero, thank you. Nimle Wasa, thank you. Said thanks for the job, Mr. Va. Thank you too for watching. And Taras Tiago Akatara Fire. So your platform is the best lunchtime show in Monrovia. May God give you the strength every day to update Liberia. And I'm following you from Soul Clinic. Thank you, Akatara. And also Honorable Darlington, successful winner Dan is watching. So Bannersville Junction, thank you for joining me on today. Emmanuel Kiliman, always my regular viewer. Emmanuel Kiliman is always with me. Also to you, hats up to Emmanuel Kiliman. Thank you for joining me today and watching Memezia. Mr. Va, thank you for the update. Thank you to just join me. Himo, Sam Prince Horitz. Watching for the traffic around Red Light Bell. Thank you. And Abraham Wutu. Thanks all of you joining me, and I will join the Eddie Theater production who have made. But if you look at my screen, I will show you this into the Willabo area in Grand Juda County. I will show you the town. You can see the town. If you're watching with me, just look. If you're watching with me, just look up. If you're watching, you'll see the town, and you'll see. I'll also show you a group of people. Those are the Buchanan Beats. And I'm going to have a brief conversation with someone online, and this is going to be important to give us a picture. Where are we? This thing is coming. I love the house. And yeah, if you're watching with me, you see, these are Buchanan Beats. They come with nothing. They don't care. They get the butchers. But what we are getting is disturbing. Liberians are the ones doing business on this. You tell them and say, okay, you how many? You say with 10. Okay, I'll cook for you. But you clear me 10 acres. And then play the cocoa. Liberians are the ones doing this thing. The people play, they say, okay, they see a amount of land you give, you plant, we will give that same amount of land. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me talk to someone on the line today who have had a vivid picture of walking through this dense part of Liberia. And how important is this? Because all of us, now one is left out. Everybody's just concerned about the city cycle, Maserado, Monrovia, and all that. People leaving the butchers and all that. Let me talk to somebody who have had a time to walk through this dense forest area, and he is currently the chief executive officer of the editor production, and I will say to him, welcome again to have a good conversation. Chairman Emeritus of the Liberia Movement Union. What are you going to like this? Mr. Gibson, good afternoon.
Hello.
Mr. Gibson, good afternoon. You're live with me on the lunchtime program, The Heat. Thanks for joining me.
Not much, not. Thank you very much.
Eddie, what it really mean, or what it really takes to be in a part of Liberia? What comes to your mind, first of all?
Well, at a glance, just as a glance, people in other countries consider Liberia as a paradise. A paradise because it seems like God put all of those natural resources there are to be in our country. Talk about gold, diamond, timber, you name it. We are all here in Liberia. Of course, the forest too. So, at the moment, Liberia is considered the fifth lung of the earth. You know what a lung is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lung is in your heart. And that is because without your lung, you cannot live.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like without Liberia, the rest of the world will be in trouble.
This thing, Mr. Gibson, yeah.
Trouble because lots of people are crossing about into our country and damaging our resources, especially protected areas that are supposed to serve as safeguards for now and our future. And at the moment, this is widespread, especially in the southeastern part of our country, where I myself is from.
Mr. Gibson, I know you have worked with several projects protecting species in our country, which is very much important. Now we're talking about the forest. This is a very serious debate currently at the level of the Liberian Senate, and discussing it also make it important also. What is the real story that we're getting from that part? Buckingham bees are invading, Buckingham bees are intruding, taking all the land. The last time I heard that there was some altercation with some Liberian in there, and it caused the death of one of them, allegedly. What are we really getting? Are they intruding, or are Liberians in our part accepting them with an open arm? What really is the story?
Yeah, from what I see, they are being accepted not by everybody, but by some of the people. And some of the people means local government officials. Some of the local government officials are accepting the Buckingham bees into the forest and protected areas. Some. Let me put a caveat on that. Not all of the people, but some of the people are accepting the Buckingham bees into Liberia. Undocumented Buckingham bees, I should say. I've been to villages in Grand County where there are more Buckingham bees than Liberians in some of the towns and villages. Some of them villages are already overwhelmed by the presence of Buckingham bees. I can tell you that for free. I've seen it with my 2 eyes, and that's a fact. Quote me anywhere, you would quote me. That's a fact.
Now the issue of this, Mr. Gibson, the issue of the cash crop being planted in our forest. We know the duration of such a crop, cash crop. These are lifetime crops that lead from generation to generation. Are these crops actually owned by Buckingham bees, or are Liberians giving it to them? How? Let us understand.
There are reports that they go into deals with some of the officials and townsmen and women.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go across the Kavala River, hire the Buckingham bees, bring them into Liberia, take them to the fringes of the forest and tell them, go in there slash and burn the forest, take, say for instance, take 15, 20 acres for yourself, and brush down 50, 20, 25 acres for me. Plant my cocoa, plenty of cocoa, and what you plant is for you, and your other half is for me. And so those guys go back into their various towns and villages, lay low, and watch the Burkina slashing and burning down the forest, hoping that at the end of the day they will reap cocoa, will become big cocoa earners. So yes, it is being done at the behest of some of the people in the southeast. Grand Judea is one of those countries that is heavily populated by Burkinabes. Heaven. Very heavy.
The forest is also being affected.
And there are reports that already there have been skirmishes here and there between Burkinabes and Liberians. There was a report a couple of weeks ago that an FDA ranger got wounded by a Burkinabe. And I'm told the guy is still in hospital right now as we speak. He went away to do his job. He went there to ask those guys to stop what you're doing. Stop destroying Liberia's forest. Stop destroying the heritage of our country. Stop destroying our children's future. And that didn't go down well with the Burkinabes. And his skirmish boiled down to a fist fight, and he got hurt. I'm told the guy is still in hospital.
And this is one of the areas I'm going to go to before I leave you. In a video, the sounds of power saws cutting down our trees. Some of those trees, we may not even get them in the next 10 or 15 or 2-3 decades. We may not get them. What really does this mean?
What is happening is that we were on our way from a couple of towns, Plotiti, Tempo, Taluken, Bilebo, and one other town. So we were on our way back to Zia's town and then to Zwenju. And then unfortunately for us, there was this big old tree that had fallen from the forest and blocked the road. So we had to call in for help. The power saw you were hearing were some guys trying to chisel the tree from our way, all right? So that the forest nearby where it had fallen from is the one that I entered, and right before my very eyes were Burkinabes who made that tree to fall, and they were in the process of falling more trees. So what they're doing now is basically they have this chemical, I don't know what they took that from, but they apply
soften it up,
and then
maybe the breeze or something of the sort.
You put your tree,
so just can't fall in the ground.
And will fall to the ground.
They've done it.
Do it to several trees, and some of those trees are liable to bring in millions of dollars to our country's revenue. Besides logging, the trees are there for ecological reasons. You're forming destruction to the habitat, ecological losses to the tree, the animals will get displaced, the earth will become hot, the rivers may dry, climate change is staring in the faces right now. And what happened to Ivory Coast is that the same action the Burkinabes are carrying on in Liberia right now, they did the same thing to Ivory Coast. They had the national forest when they is gone flat to the ground. The Burkinabes worked overnight and flattened the forest to the ground. That is to be the biggest national forest in West Africa. It's to the ground right now. What the Burkinabes, that's what the Ivorians are doing right now. They try to do reforestation. They try to replant their forest. And whatever they do, the forest plant them and they can never equate up to the forest that's given us to by God. But they've made a mistake. And the cocoa, the Burkinabes planted on the Ivorian side is not getting rains as before because Africa has lost 3, 4, 5 months of rain already. We are only level 2.5 months of rain. You get my point?
I'm following you.
Nigeria, I stand be corrected. We've already missing out on 1 month of rain. Rainy season is to start April 15, but our rainy season is now beginning at May 15. That's 1 month apart, all right? So if we continue down the road, like the way things are proceeding in the forest right now, we may miss out on couple of months of rains again. Do we want that to happen? No. So what do we do? Now is the time that central government, they do whatsoever means, diplomatic means, some passive means, they know what to do to get the Burkina Bees out of the forest. Not forcefully, as you suggest, not forcefully, but peacefully get to them and ask them to leave and get to the town chiefs, the elders of the towns, the superintendents, the senators and representatives to call for a peaceful dialogue between they and the Burkina Bees so that they can leave our forest. Because if they don't leave the forest right now, our posterity is not going to judge us rightly. Our children will still in the faces and causes. They say, look, Daddy, Mommy, you didn't do anything to protect our future. Now our heritage will start. You are to blame.
Okay.
In some of those forests are traditional creatures. We have our shrines. If we allow the trees to go, where do we go to pray? Some of those trees are medicinal trees. All right, you know what I mean? Medicinal trees. Most, if not all of the drugs you see in the hospital come from trees. So if we cut those trees down, where do we get drugs from? The clothes we wear, if not all, but 99.9% of the clothes we wear come from trees. So where do we get clothes from? So that I can say, but we're not making clothes here, like we don't have clothes factory yet, but the clothes that we bring from abroad will become expensive. All right? Some of the trees are fruit trees. We get piassava, we got bitter cola, we got rattans, we got pawpaw, bitter paws, and soursop, you name it. Some of those things come from trees. If our trees are gone, what happened to our nutrition?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gibson. Thank you. And just thank you. It's so great having you up on. Just a side, I saw you in Ivory Coast. What were you doing there?
Yeah, we went on. So we wanted to give them the Liberian experience. We went to dramatize.
Wow, the forest. Wow, the forest going down. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gibson. Thank you so much for having the time with us on the program. Thank you. We hope to have more interaction with you.
Thank you very much, Dad. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And Liberians, you hearing this again, and this is one of the issues even our lawmakers are still not us, because mind you, let me just say this to you. Most of the lawmakers in the rural parts, let me just take for example the Southeast, and not just unique to the Southeast. When they're elected, they come to Maserado, they build their houses, they live here, they are representatives of those districts, but they are visitors there. I heard that when Senator Abbott visited his county, hey, there was tension. Even today, former speaker, Jonathan Franaticofa councillor, when he went to a district there, almost like a stranger. During the past, the 54th, when Buffer's chamber visited home, there was this thing. Now they are not there, and these things are going. Who talk for the people? Who represent the people? And everybody just now focused in Broadville, Cruiserville, White Plain, in Maigibi, Dwazon. They want to find some area into Wenzon, going to the Bold area. They want to find land to build a house there. You know, everybody want to be around this thing, around the cycle here that will be close to Monrovia. But by the time we get to wake up and get to know where we are, our forest, our butchers are gone. And you see the deception of Liberia. The Liberian men go in the forest, and more people follow in the forest, like forest that bush. Like my father had about 500 acres of land. He inherited for 250. And if somebody go in the bush, like one of my uncles there say, yeah, I can't farm yet. Or go in the bush and he want the man to farm plenty cocoa there. Whereby he lying down there, we quiet and he go in the bush, come back, call one scorpion, come eat and think. But he say, God, how they call it, cocoa farm. And say, depending on somebody to make the farm. So this is a class I'm giving you. You see where we are? And then he said, when these trees are, and some of the trees, they are using chemical to bring those trees down. And those chemicals will not just affect the building of the trees, but will affect the soil. Will affect the life of our animals. You know, normally in the interior, when they burn the farm around, something for example, around the palm tree or something on the big tree there, they plant the water green. They plant the pepper first, the okra, they can be very fresh. Those are just for eating purpose. Now these trees have been brought down by 2 chemical means. Liberia, this is just what it is. Our people, the swine, they got a bush, they say they get a male bush, the woman bush. Those are existing traditions. Maybe they put you in the bush one day while they're there, they're gonna be to one tree in the bush there, they'll be for the outside. Our trees are for medicinal purpose. Liberia may just hate to hear that they get roots somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna root, they'll feed on that root the whole day. Or the whole month, the whole 2 to 3 months. They are fruit. Today when the monkey apple, what they call the monkey apple, right? I don't know another scientific name for that. For Liberia in the chairman, like the monkey apple, they got it. When you enter this place, you see people. And I even heard that such as the fruit, the seed is being used for pressure. It's a pressure medicine. So it's medicinal. There are a lot of fruit trees. You talk about the bitter cola. Yeah, it comes from the forest. You see, there are so much that we need to protect. Now, if Ivory Coast is currently on a serious campaign because they have the mess of deforestation, so they are now into reforestation. Do we want to reach that level first? This is very serious, and we on a time bomb. We are certainly on a time bomb. But I will tell you that our lawmakers are still discussing this on a hanky-panky note. If this is happening to Grand Judah County, what about Maryland? What about River G? What about Sino? You will now see people with group of people just getting the kingdoms. You'll see fleets of kingdoms coming to Liberia people, and they won't come to your town, they go in the bush. And they'll enter the bush. Like I said earlier on, they don't want electricity. They don't want vehicle to ride. All they want, just the shelter they can build in the bush, they will feed, they will live. But they will overcome you in that first. They will take your land. In Liberia, what is more penny? Liberians are the ones bringing in people and giving people credence. Then they see Liberian people go and tell the person, oh, we're going to be in the bush here. But they'll tell the person, play my cocoa for me. Hey, listen, finally before I go to the lines, he said something. Our rains. Nobody wondering why is it like from April now, we don't get any heavy rain. When it rained one time, that's just it. We may be experiencing serious rain in the May part of June. But by this time, we are in rainy season already. So he said, we are already just going, that's a third fight he said. We already just gone 1 month out of the rainy season. He said, Ivory Coast have gone 3 months. We go 1. This means a lot to us. I'm going to take a break. When I come back, I go to the lines. I'm not traveling out of Liberia today. I want us to be right here. Let me say thanks to J. Edwin M. Saki Jr. He said he's following us on live. And Abraham Human said, J. Nathaniel B. I'm watching from Bernard's Farm, but at Town Junction Abraham, you might watching. Thank you, AB. And Wilfred Dennis, I'm watching from the ELW Cooper Farm area. And all of you joining us. Let me say, regular listener, and they are set currently on their radio there in the Black Fold. Francis Nawa and his family and the entire team there are following and listening religiously on the program. I want to hats up to you there, the Black Fold crew in the Bernard's Farm area. Thanks to all of you. And happy birthday to Bright. Yeah, Bright Light Collie. He celebrated her birthday on yesterday. Your grandfather and your grandmother, they stay celebrating along with your mother. Let's take our break. When I come back, we'll go to the lines to talk to you on today. What do you make of this? What do you make of this? Good afternoon.
Laissez les grands arbres. Grand arbre qui est là, tu vois bien c'est petit.
Burkina is right there.
Mais regarde comment ils ont. Regarde le
Burkina right here.
Pas bien.
And Burkina right
Vous
here.
venez chez les gens et vous faites ça.
All young people that have come across the border from the Ivory Coast to destroy Liberia's forest and plant cocoa.
Il faut faire cacao là maintenant là. Il ne faut pas couper tous les bois avant de planter cacao. Il faut laisser les grands bois. C'est ça qui envoie la pluie. Hein? Tu comprends? Ça tu comprends non? C'est l'arbre là, c'est lui qui envoie la pluie.
Hello?
Tu parles quoi?
You speak English?
No, English.
You speak English? You Burkinabe?
Yes. You comprends français.
Burkinabe? You understand French?
Yeah.
Tell them something that is not going to kill
Non, c'est pas bon. Ça là, aujourd'hui là, voilà, elle est tombée sur une route là. Qui va venir couper? C'est celui qui attend là où il
Hustler along with me, Dennis was one. 0775-919-919, 080-919-919. I'm satisfied, and I don't want anybody to just talk on me. And this is why Liberia is. But what do you make of this? What's happening today in our southeast, especially going to the county? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. Okay. You can call back. Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm Lawrence. I'm calling you from Ralph Yahweh. Yeah, my attention has been drawn to the small issue with those people going to be. The one Mr. Gibson just said previously, or what he said is true. People coming into our country, into our counties, what's very dangerous to be precise, damaging our forests is very, very bad. And those our own people that are down there into the interior side, they are the ones that are embracing those, going for those people, breaking them into our country. For instance, you having to give them like 10 acres, you tell them to brush, plant, and 10 acres, you will share it. They are taking 5, you are taking 5. You tell me, times go by, will be a sure problem tomorrow.
Yeah, you see the people attack you, or they say, oh, the people come, oh, they welcome you, they join us.
Yeah, right, because they said, well, the tree that was Nathaniel alone in Rosa when they went for I don't know, patrol, what is true, it's actually true. Myself, I was there, I just came from the countryside this year. And it's very, very bad with that. Everybody now in Nigeria country, everybody that's the business they are doing now. No other business they are doing. The forest is going down on a daily basis gradually. So the government really need to get into it. The forest is going down on any country, more especially the Nigeria country from where I came from. People there now, they decided forever, even the family now. Until they decide to put their arm down, they are getting into the cocoa penny business. It's very, very bad like that.
Okay, thank you. Salome Peters, hi my brother, how are you, Salome? Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Go back to your home. Easy. Go back. Or go to do an embassy or to Grandfather President. They pick up and put in here. They can't yet, you come for them, or put in the physical part. Finish. You saw him all the guys doing that to drop everything what is stuff.
Okay. Thank you. Derek Zina, good afternoon.
Thanks for the recognition and good afternoon to you, the ambassador.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I joined from District 3. Ambassador, let me say this for free. And I'm speaking from reality, right? There's no hierarchy in the Southeast that are not in the know of the Burkinabes. This is started since 2012. During the days of Damarias, the days of Matron TJ, the days of Buffalo Timber, all of these people, they are in the know of these people on NAP. In the sense that, you know, any guys are trooping into the Southeast. Every election, now these guys will go to Africa, track these people, come and register and vote for them just to win representative or central position. 2, they will hire these people, the one you just said, they will hire these people, come and welcome our plantation. Instead of paying them, it's okay, we'll give you 5 acres of land, 2 acres of land, plant your cocoa and teas. So, and for 2 months, they're crying. But they are in the know because, I mean, they are the one that hire these people with some prominent status of that region. Nobody should come and say, oh, government should, with the government, when you have people representing the rural counties and the rural district, then you call your government. Which government you calling on? Which government are you calling on? So they are in the know. They want to hire these people, they brought them into Africa, they started from Africa to Liberia. Today, they are increasing on our land bit by bit. I can listen to the recording when the Sugar have passed on in the forest or not, just imagine.
Okay.
They are destroying our forest. So
Okay, my brother Zina. Thank you for that contribution. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ba. Mr. Ba, the issue that we're discussing today, pertaining to the Burkinabes in the forest in Nigeria, it's about one of my people who want to bring the national government. In our country, they have superintendent, they have commissioner, they have other local government officials there. Why all of them is not inviting them to ask a question? Those who were appointed by the president, they are just working on what's going on in the country or in the country. They said how to play their part very soon. We shouldn't wait on the team go on there before they say they want to invite us. But now they told us that inviting all of the local government officials are there to come and ask a question. How they go get into the forest and what they are doing there and tell them how to get their out. You see how far I want us? They start attacking or the forest region. Now the guy is wanted to hustle or somebody will give me your forest.
Okay. Let me talk to you. Good afternoon. Let me say welcome. Good afternoon.
They got 2 senators from Nigeria. Getting comment coding. Since 1991, they project Nigeria at different countries. That's why they take note that they don't want other people. Of course, to open on the desk, I know the other people. They want other people to be voting for them. I came for him power. Your calling. Your calling, and the community and the people should leave our country. Whether the president or in Africa, that's the issue. When you want in Africa, your country, your people be in your country, our people be in our country. Your call 2 senior senators, and the president called them. When she get for everybody, what are the appearance? Thank you.
And the former lawmaker currently is the Senate, the superintendent of Alexia Grant, the superintendent of Grangeville County. You can say you know what this thing. What's going on? Where are we with this matter? This is very, very serious and alarming. Today, tomorrow, when the Burkinabes tell us that part that they are laying, then Liberia will be fighting to defend themselves. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Don't hold the line. If you're not in the position, just go to your bathroom, stand behind there, and be there until finish. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
My name is Joseph, and I join you from being there. So that we are a nation. without diplomatic way of communicating. I think it would be prudent if our government can communicate diplomatically with the Burkinabe authorities. It will be okay. But now, I tend to disagree with my mother who just left the show and one terrorist dinner. Now, I'm a well-trained journalist in reality of interest with the forum. How can somebody bring Burkinabe to vote in our country? And then I hear Jerry talking about saying 2012. And this Burkinabe is just coming. The Burkinabe just started, coming to our country to bring down the forest.
No, maybe that today you just hear about this, but this has been
now I'm from Maryland.
But how well are you informed with the matter? It's not just today, not just 2025. It is not just hello, sir. It is not just 2025. We're talking about this. Okay. Good afternoon. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, to the topic in discussion. So just I mean I don't know that I'm not looking at peace or who needs them. Then I wanted to senator. So you know, I know what all mean. They know that you all in the other they never go to them looking for people who can vote for them. When people they win, they election for you to get the poor value. They will probably say people when I can't vote for me, I'll do something for you. So you know what I mean like when you get great, you have a great different country or different country. If they discuss it, if they give it in like great different country like 7 people will say great for also betting it. They 14 years of war and fucking like and not benefited anybody till now people still struggling to be like those. No problem. We don't want no problem in this nation because we don't know the next target people we don't know. All the trees they're bringing down to what we're doing for the in our forest. I think tomorrow will give or better money or better things for our future to come. But they're destroying it all because of
Okay, no problem. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nathaniel.
This is Gagba.
Yeah, thank you for the exclusive.
Gagba said they call.
Yeah, we say good afternoon to those in radio there. Go to the issue, Nathaniel. Oh, this is serious, and when will this issue be addressed? In and around the neighboring country, you can see that happening. Look, just before I leave you, Mr. Ba, you know what one of my Nigerian friends told me? He told me it is here that you're taking nonsense. He said, because you're sitting here, he said, we the foreigners are the ones that enjoying your resources. He said, leave from Morovia and enter your regions. He said, go there and see what's happening to you. Illegal money of gold, illegal money of diamond. Don't talk about the forest that is under discussion.
Okay, let's stick to the conversation. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's Val.
Yeah, Webster, Sarsville, Carly, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Israel. The story I've given us also again when it comes to our country. And I hope others are listening and to take in. Because this one is very serious. Those people coming into this country, it causes serious problem on us. But something like when it comes to Nigeria, I don't want to say it's about. We always take things elected and supposed to take bigger. Then one that are elected, we take it bigger. But this one happening, that's the one that the country is seriously supposed to be taken bigger now. It's not about demonstrating what they are all supposed to be done to all their representatives or those places, great children now. All the representatives of those districts, the other things are supposed to be in the moon of it to get to those places and that as their own citizens of those places. Because the things are supposed to be going on. But the people only offer what's supposed to come, now what kind of stuff. You don't want to be a representative of what kind of things to the people. You do it for the citizens. You always talk to this guy will do it and back out. Nobody will fight for it. That's the time to fight for it. The people are here and falling down. Putting our falling down.
Okay.
That's what we take this thing from.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, President.
Yeah, Lieutenant Minisaki, go ahead.
Yeah, this is the boss of Lieutenant Minisaki, I'm trying to district most of the country. President, if the town or the region or President, we are all the young people we're talking, so this is a rescue team, right? You should try and go there and post start to it. They might end the preschool there and post start to it because it's our weird time. Then by now, we will be here like here because you know every movie here. There's so rescue team, your preschool, your post start to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saki. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm Fatima. I'm doing my FD. Well, for me, I think the issue about the Bugila base is a very alarming issue. But we I think government is to take very serious. When the past regime, I've been hearing about the Bugila base in the southeast. But surprisingly, the Bugila base has crossed to central Liberia, Bongate. And I think we need to stand up as people.
Don't you forget that even some of them are even in Maserati, into the butchers of Maserati. They're trying to find ends meet. Okay. Okay, I'll take 2 more calls and call it a day today. Good afternoon. This is Gaby Johnson. You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, thank you for your recognition this afternoon. Now, let me tell you something this afternoon. Probably is anything when they want power, they will take all that tools that they can carry at the mansion to Capitol Building. They will wear the ticket and go in the zero bush, but we will vote for them. It's a time now for representative and senator to go to that zero campaign. Because in those days, they were having instructor. They were used to go from village to town. When your town is dirty, they will find you. They will make it, they will money nothing now. That the representative, all the President Joseph Jumabaka, our father, the great leader. We are talking to you now. Our country, the time the rains will fall, and not falling in, with only the sun now, we are dying day and night. So we begging you, we urge the government that they will go to the zero country, that all the forest trees that we have, that we need to live for our country to be farmed, the foreigners are cutting it down because of money.
Okay.
And the Labrador, why they are suffering, so we're begging you.
Okay. Okay, let me take my final call. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Go ahead.
Thank you for the honest discussion. Actually, for the time here. In this country, we delete foreigner more than we do citizen ourselves. Instead of when you look at property and give it your own correct, if you walk it for our happiness today. So for someone, we are praying for the government to step inside.
Okay, the government step inside and say thanks to all of you on our line today. We'll be back tomorrow on the weekend. Remember, the weekend starts tomorrow. I'm not taking calls again. Thanks. Many thanks all of you who have called, and those of you who never called, which is never mind. Women not say my name and watching Congo Town and watching and Zia said, Mr. Va, those lawmakers, I mean the locals, authority of the various counties are in the know. Thanks so much for joining me on today. Let's be together until tomorrow. Our weekend starts tomorrow, remember. And it's also our final edition. What's on your mind on tomorrow? Be with us for the discussion. And our leaders need to look in the direction. This is something that was starting small. Like you listen to our discussion there. A whole town has a booking and bees. Labra men running away. Then how they push it now, they leaving from there voluntarily. Because if they get go farm now, they come into acting their people men and women. Because they know that when they old, they get go farm there. Tomorrow when they go take over that area, they go there and say, you get no go find after they go here. They will say single barrels are coming and put that foot in the butchers. It's time to handle this matter. One of the callers said, what's our diplomatic ties? We can all do well to handle this matter. It's early morning is necessary to help curb problems. So it's good now that we look in the direction. It's been so great. Thanks for joining me on today. Don't forget the geometry of the whole. It must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity must come with clean hands. And to gamble you, and I'm Nathaniel, the ambassador, until tomorrow, have a blessing and a God bless weekend on today.
Are you aware of the Foreign Society
The heat is terrific. Sure, now if you can't stand the heat, get out of the heat.
Talking about that heat, I guess you a chance to quote on this document. Opinions on various topics.
So welcome to your informative, inspiring, entertaining, political, educative, fascinating program, The Heat.
No. The first remark because, I'm the best people to try to dislocate some of the value. I'm not a financial expert, but what I try to do is to make sure that our project is reason. What I try to do is that to speak to those importers, those that are programs. And I spoke to them, we are going on corporate government, it's going to
how many
but again, we found reason to keep the prices on where it is.
Today to draw the attention of the international community because this government has deliberately refused to listen to the cry of the citizen. Because on several occasions we have gathered to cry on this government, but the government deliberately refused to listen to our call. So for that reason, we have gathered here today as a citizen of the nation that is going through torment for the hands of George Mary. We are born in Nigeria where every
For the coolest tunes and the freshest sound, Cool 91.9 FM is where the hits are found. Rock, pop, and beat.